So all we need to cook this steaks, and it's gonna take less than 5 minutes. Hey, how you all doing today? I'm Chef Fernando Garcia with Black Angus, and today I pick up some steaks from the Black Angus market. And I don't feel like grilling today, but I feel like just doing something different with the steaks. So I'll come out with something that you guys can do at home at any time. Prepare, and then when your friends or family comes over, you can just cook it really fast. I picked some Honey Bourbon steak tips, and I'll show you how to marinate the steak. Okay, you can leave that for 3 to 4 hours or overnight if you want. And then the next morning, the next day, you come off, and it takes less than 5 minutes to cook and have a nice meal for your friend or families, or just having a little nice snack for maybe watching football or whatever you like to do. So basic ingredients, we got some nice ribeye steaks from Black Angus Market. I pick up some honey, some light brown sugar, soy sauce, some red chili peppers, flakes, and I just chopped some garlic. So pretty much that's what you need. I like to put some mushrooms at the end. So mushrooms, they always absorb really nice flavor from the steaks and give it a nice volume to the whole plate. So we got a small bowl. We don't need a big one, just small. There's not that many ingredients. We're gonna put probably about a 1/3 cup of honey. Again, it could be raw honey or whatever honey you like. Brown sugar, probably about 1/3 of a cup. Your soy sauce, about a 1/4 cup. We have some pepper flakes, just to get some nice heat. And to add a lot of flavor, we're gonna add the garlic into it. The garlic is about 2 cloves, finely chopped. We don't want to forget the bourbon. So I like to use Maker's Mark. You can use any bourbon that you may like. We'll do about 1/3 of a cup. Maker's Mark is just smooth, has nice flavor, so I just use that one. Gonna mix it all nice together. When we have that marinade nice and mixed, we're gonna chop out the steaks really quick. I get these from Black Angus Market. Chefs cut steaks every day, fresh for you. So we got a couple 16-ounce ribeyes, and we're just gonna cut it into about 1 inch bites. So we're gonna go across. Okay. We're gonna cut into about 1 inch bites. When you had it all cut up, you can use a zipped up bag. Put all the steaks inside, all the steak bites in there. Okay, you marinate that is already mixed into the bag. Zip the bag, and you had your steaks marinating. Again, you can do it for 2 or 4 hours. You can do overnight, and they'll be nice flavor with all the sweet and spicy plus the nice taste from the bourbon. Okay, you can put this in the fridge. All right, so we got our steaks already marinated. They were about 2 to 4 hours. And again, you can do it overnight. Got nice color in there. So I'm gonna open it up, put it in a bowl so we can see it better. We got the steaks ready, so you can see, right? So all we need to cook this steaks, and it's gonna take less than 5 minutes. You go a cast items right over, like medium high. Then you can use salad oil. Olive oil is fine. Since we're gonna cook to medium high temp, it's just okay. So we're gonna do maybe a couple tablespoons of oil. Gonna let it get nice and hot. Just make sure that the oil covers the pan. So we got the steaks right here. The pan is almost done. As you can see, a little bit of water in there, if you can hear it. You're gonna get the steaks to start cooking. If you have more than 2 pounds, do it, in batches. Don't do it all at once. So that way they heat fast and they get nice and caramelized on the outside. So we're gonna let it cook right there for about 3 to 4 minutes. Then we're gonna start flipping the steaks. And then the honey and the sugar will help the caramelization of the steaks. I just get some broccoli and some rice that I did before. Again, if you don't have time to do that, you can always go to blackangusmarket.com and you can order side dishes that you might like from Black Angus. You can order mac and cheese, you can order au gratin potatoes, rice, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, anything that is on the menu, you can order as a sidekick. So you have time just to reheat and serve to your family. That'll be nice and quick. Steaks are cooking. I'm gonna let it cook a little longer. The mushrooms, what I did, I just cut it in half. Depending what size you look for it, if they're too big, you can quarter the mushrooms. If they're not that big, you just cut it in half. As you can see, the steaks, they start getting nice and brown. So we're gonna let it cook a little longer, and we're gonna start flipping those steaks. If you don't have a cast iron, you can always use a nice saute pan, and you can do the same process. Just be a little bit more careful and don't do, high temp, just medium. It'll be fine. All right, as you can see, the steaks are cooking nice. They're getting nice color. You can see the honey and the brown sugar start caramelizing all the side of the steaks. Gonna let it cook a little longer. Depends how you like your steaks. If you like it medium rare, medium, that'll be nice too. The most you cook this steak, the most flavor you get from the honey, brown sugar, and obviously the bourbon. So you're getting there. All right, guys, so the steaks are almost done, right? You're gonna get the plate right here for get a nice meal with rice and broccoli. I'm gonna pull up some of that steak, and again, you can always do a plate just to share. You're gonna get those steaks, and we're gonna set them up right on the rice and broccoli. Get a nice meal right there. And then we're gonna use some of these to do as a shareable appetizer, if you will. See the steak nice, caramelized, tons of flavor with the honey, the brown sugar, the soy sauce, and obviously the bourbon. So we got nice looking steak tips. We're gonna add the mushrooms into the plate right here, and we're just gonna saute the mushrooms a little bit just to get a nice color, absorb all the flavors from the pan, and then we can just throw it right on top of the steak tips. Check this out. The mushrooms are absorbing all the flavor, including the chili red peppers. They're coming up into the mushrooms right there. Start looking really nice. Getting nice and caramelized as well, right? These are pretty much done, guys. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab some of those mushrooms, throw it right on top of my steak. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other plate. As you can see, we got the honey bourbon steak tips already cooked with the mushrooms on it, garnished with green onions, and look at that. It's a nice plate for your family and friends, or you can just do an actual meal for yourself with some rice and broccoli if you want. Well, here we are. We got the steak cooked in a different way rather than just grilling. Again, pick up your steaks from blackangusmarket.com. Get home, do some easy preparation, and get a great meal. We're gonna try these steak tips, see how they taste. I like the color, definitely like the flavor of bourbon, so here you go. My God, they're perfect. Lots of flavor going on. I taste everything in my mouth right now, the honey, the bourbon, soy sauce, and a little bit of spice from the red pepper. So I hope you enjoy it.